Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Hold your power.
I decided to go into pre-law, then journalism, and with no academic focus, my grades took off in their own direction. You will fail at some point in your life, accept it. You will lose. I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. You will embarrass yourself, you will suck at something. There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. I didn't quit. I prayed. I prayed. So you will catch a break, and I did catch a break.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think you'll have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be
Along
as
the
bright
tower
as
of the
the
missing
sun.
in Savannah.
And as you come around, and it feels so good, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right. When you came to me, oh I knew it's you, yeah, boy.
Where is Cody?
Hey family, how's everybody doing? Come on in. We're going to be discussing this case that's going on right now. I've been watching it this morning, and you guys, it's crazy what's going on here. So the young lady that came up missing, her name is Breezy. And hold on. And this happened back in 2020. Her mother's on trial right now. Well, her mother is testifying. She's not on trial. So let me let you guys know what's going on. If you haven't followed this case, we talked about it a little bit. I was in there, and one of the ladies was like, ASP, you spoke on this, but you know, the girl came up missing in the middle of the night, and she was like, I guess she was like 9 years old. So what happened was, let me explain to you guys. So if you're going to follow this, I'm going to be following it for the next several days, because guess what? This is getting really, it's just unbelievable. It's unbelievable what everybody is saying. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to get you up to speed if you don't know. Because a lot of you guys are not following these cases when it comes to these kids. This happened in Iowa. Okay, Iowa is not a lot of African Americans that live down there, but I mean, there's some. And so on July the 10th, which everybody knows that is a significant month and day for me. That's why I know I spoke on it, but it was on my birthday. Anyway, the girl came up missing. So what happened was, this young lady, the mother, Aisha, whatever her name is, she has 3 kids. She has a son, an older son, and she has a daughter. She was about 9, and she had a son that's 8. She got involved in a young man relationship. The guy lied to her and said that he was like in his 20s, which no, he wasn't. He was like in his 40s or something. Anyway, she was 18. There's a 19-year difference. So 18 and 19, let's figure that out. 18 and 19, 16, 17. So he was 37. He was dating an 18-year-old, got her pregnant. He had went and he did some time for, guess what? He is a registered sex offender. I don't know if she knew this or not, but she finally got in contact with him in 2020. They seen each other. They said, hey, you want to see your son? And he was like, yeah, I want to take my son a couple of nights, spend some time with him. She said, fine. They exchanged numbers. She said, how long are you going to keep him? He said, 4 or 5 days. And somehow he ended up not only with his son, which they call the son DL, and I think his name is Detorius. That's the son's name. I hate to say it out here, but it's the name is just, it's a beautiful name. And I may not even be saying it right, but the son's name is Detorius. They call him DL. If you want to watch this, I don't go to court TV because they leave out a lot of stuff. I go to law and what was it? I know one of the ladies were on the phone with me while I was watching it. So I'm trying to think what it was. It was law and let me go back and see if I can find it real quick, because it's Law and Crime. Law and Crime is the best place. I like to check that out because it's all happening fresh, and you can see it for what it is. Thank you, Tina. Anyway, they're on right now. I'm just letting you guys know, but the mother is on. But let me share with you what happened earlier this morning. Hey, Amari, I see you in the building. How you doing? And I see the mods in here. I see Freddie. I see Sanja Watts. I see Tina Powers. She's in the building. Yeah, Law and Crime is fresh. I see Lisa Taylor. I see the mods in here. Danielle, Ruby Turner. If I didn't say your name, I'm just letting you guys know that this is a case that we do want to watch this case. I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, this guy. Hey, God's child, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a long time. I live in the town where Breezy was found. I heard the mom knew his history when she first met him and before having her son with him. Oh, I didn't know if she knew that he was, a sex offender. They picked him up because he didn't register once, he had a girlfriend and everything. So, things like that happen. I see in the channels they were beating up this mother because, you kind of think sometimes, like, I don't know, but you got to watch who your kids go to, especially, you got a son by this man, but that don't mean, you don't send your daughter with him because, just because you got a son by him. But I mean, I don't know. She went. But I'm going to tell you something. And you guys, I don't know if you know, because I don't know if you've been following this case, but please follow it because we're going to talk about it. This case is going to go for a while. I believe he is going to be charged. He did not ask in the middle of trial. He asked for one of those bench trials. What that is, the judge is the one that's going to figure out, they had moved the court to another venue because he thought he wasn't going to get a fair trial. So then he turns around and says, I want a judge to figure this out. I don't want a jury because a jury going to be all this and all that. So he went and got a judge. So I think they moved it back to Scott County. But anywho's, this is a pretty girl. You can kind of tell, and I'm not being judgmental, I'm just saying, he's a monster, you guys. He's a monster. Yes, there is no jury, just the judge. Okay? And so they had his son up there this morning, and I mean, they went over. At first, the prosecutor came in, asked him a lot of questions. He answered, and then the defense came in, and they were making that boy mad. The boy is now 11 years old. When it happened, he was 8, and he didn't tell nobody. But you know what he said? That I think this going to put an end to all of this, and you can't take it back. They're trying to discredit the child. But the child said today, I seen him shoot my sister. I seen him do it. And so the defense is trying to say the boy making up tales. This is the first time they heard it. In 3 years, he never told nobody. He says, I don't talk that much. I don't even like to talk about it. I never want to talk about it. But he was like, well, aren't you just mad because, you're mad at your dad? And aren't you mad, you want to see him locked up? And he was like, yeah, I do. But I do think his testimony went far today. I mean, it was the biggest. It dropped jaws. It dropped jaws. Now, take it that the kid, he's 11 years old, is kind of like the classic and sincere case. They did kind of get him to a point where he was getting a little confused. He was getting agitated. He was like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. He's like, damn, I don't know. I was like, oh, please calm down, son. Please calm down. Don't let him. And he was like, yeah, you're getting on my nerves. He was mad. He was upset. A lot of people are mad at the mom because they don't understand like I don't understand, but I'm not going to beat her up. I mean, in a little bit of way, hold on, because I am a little sick. Hold on, you guys. I've been having this cold for a couple of days. And trust me, I'm still coming on. I should have told you guys I've been sick for the last couple of days. Thank you. Oh, Lord. But anyway, oh, Lord, thank you. Yes, I am drinking my tea, my hot tea, not hot toddy, because I can't have no alcohol. I am going to work. I have to go to work. So, uh, I am taking care of myself. Thank you. But anywho's, this man, he's horrible. You guys, he's horrible. Hey, Lisa Calhoun, how you doing? Yeah, I want to know why it is after the boy said that he seen his dad shoot his sister. That was the nail in the coffin. I don't care how mad you are, you're not going to say you seen your dad shoot her. Thank you. I think it's going away. I just got to get a lot of this mucus up out of me. It's a lot. I mean, I tossed and turned all night. How you doing? Okay, Lounge. What's going on? So anyway, you guys, I want you guys to know that not only that, the reason why I was watching this, she said, yeah, that's sealed the yes. But the son was a kind of little bit, confused a little bit. He was trying to make him, he was like, this is the first time we're hearing about this. You didn't say nothing before, and why your mom was looking for Bree. I mean, because I'm thinking that if you've seen this, why you didn't tell? I mean, I'm just being honest, you guys. Why you didn't tell your mom where your sister was at? Because this happened in 2020, and they saying that they didn't find the girl until March. If this happened July the 10th, March is the next year. So, was he scared? Was he scared of his daddy? He was probably scared of his dad. And his dad was sitting there looking like, what the heck? Like, where this come from? And all this other stuff. And I think he was scared. And he finally said, you know what? I'm just going to tell the truth. Make sure you like in the live, please. Thank you, Soldier Girl. So I'm going to read a little bit. This is back in July of 2027. This is just a couple of weeks ago. It says, Henry Dinkins' attorney filed several motions to dismiss anything said during the interrogation from the day Breezy Terrell's disappearance. So I haven't heard him say anything about the interrogation, and I'm going to tell you why. Now, think about it, because we're going into the Cody Bixby case, and it says Henry is accused of kidnapping and killing 10-year-old Breezy in July of 2020. He is charged with first-degree murder and first-degree kidnapping. Dinkins' attorney in the motion accused the officers of violating his Miranda rights in June of 2020. In June, that's kind of weird. How are you going to violate his Miranda rights in June 2020 and the child did not, the child didn't come up missing until July. June comes before July. But nevertheless, according to the motion, he was denied. An attorney had his keys and phone taken away and was not told he could leave for several hours after requesting an attorney. His attorney also filed a resistance to Dinkins' son's testifying via closed circuit television instead of openly in the courtroom. Well, we see that didn't happen because the son was there. And I'm so proud of that boy. Yes. I understand. This is going to be traumatizing for this child for the rest of his life because he's only but 11 now. It happened when he was 8. But they didn't want that child to be up there in the courtroom. And guess what? That child came. And I said to myself, I was so proud of him. I said, Lord, please let it happen. Because some things It's just you know. You know what I'm saying? Okay, well the OK Lounge is happening right now. That's why I'm telling you guys about it. She says, I'm not familiar with this case. Guess what? They done only had 3-4 days. It's going to last for 3-4 weeks. Trust and believe. Some people already testified, but you can get caught up. See what I'm saying? They're actually on right now. The mother is on. You can go to the place I go to look at this is Law in you guys, I can't remember right now because my head is all stopped up with mucus. Law and Crime, I think that's what it's called. Law and Crime. Law and Crime. If somebody can go, I normally don't do this, but if somebody can go to Law and Crime and get that, one of the mods, get that link, because this is another YouTube, but this is a legit place to go. It's not like a channel holder. It is live right now. But I mean, the mother is on the stand, and pretty much, you know, once we get off of here, that's why I came on. I like for you guys to, over the week, this is homework. You have to follow this case. They're gonna call some of these people back. It ain't over. It ain't over. It ain't nowhere near over. They got 3 weeks of testimony coming. It's weird. This man is fighting for his life, and he's horrible. He's horrible. So I'm thinking to myself, why would let me go ahead and finish reading some more, because I don't like to put things out there in the chat, because people will be like, okay, let me go. Now let's finish talking. I mean, you'll be able to catch up, because everything that they say today, you can go back and watch it. That's why I'm letting you know. Okay. And we talk about this. So the prosecutors filed another motion for the testimony of a man who has since passed away to be used during the trial. So somebody passed away. According to the motion, the man helped Dinkins get his car out of a ditch after he crashed into it on the Highway 61. The motion said Dinkins' girlfriend at the time claimed he and Breezy left the apartment they were staying in earlier on July the 10th. So why would this man take the girl by himself? Unfreaking believable. The man who helped Dinkins said that he didn't know what was in the vehicle when asked by police, according to the motion. A hearing on each of these motions is set for August the 7th, and the trial is set for August the 8th in Lynn County. So, okay. So, I'm letting you know everything that needs to be happening. So, the trial has started. It started August the 8th. I think you guys, it started August the 8th. Like I said, they got 3 weeks of testimony going in there. And you guys need to watch this stuff. Like, if you're not doing anything, watch it, support it. Because I'm not going to say, I don't hold the mother at fault being, I do in a way, but I don't. You guys understand what I'm saying? I know she didn't know, but like somebody said in the chat, that's good to know when there's somebody that lives in that area, whatever, that says, hey, she knew that he was a pedophile. She knew he was a SO, one of those offenders, whatever. Yeah, they did. They really put that boy through it this morning. If you get a chance, that is what you need to watch more than this mother. Now, the thing about it is the boy said that he did tell his mother. They didn't find this girl until months, almost a year later. Because March, April, May, June, that's in the next year. So I'm not understanding that. So Henry wanted to file to represent himself. I'm just letting you guys know. I guess that didn't turn out. He pleaded not guilty to murder or kidnapping charge. The human remains found are those are missing our name child 10-year-old Breezy. Let me see when it was. Okay, let me get this for you. The search for Breezy Terrell has come to an end after officials say they have found her remains.
My children learn at their own pace, starting off with easier questions.
Hold on.
Slowly.
I can't play that. I'll get in trouble. Lord have mercy. It just took me out. Oh, Lord. It started doing some stuff. I should have turned it on mute. But let me see if I can find it again. Oh, man. Anyway. May the 5th. May the 5th, 2021. Authorities have charged a registered sex offender from Eastern Iowa with first-degree murder in the death of 10-year-old Breezy Terrell. Henry Dinkins, 48, who was previously named a person of interest in the case, has also been charged with first-degree kidnapping, according to Scott County. Attorney Michael Walton, who made the announcement during a news conference Wednesday morning. Prosecutors said Dinkins shot and killed Terrell when she and her half-brother, Dinkins' son, were staying overnight at his Davenport apartment last summer. Man, she's a pretty girl. Terrell, also of Davenport, was last seen early in the morning of July the 10th at Terrell also, so that's Breezy, also of Davenport, was last seen early in the morning of July the 10th at Dinkins' apartment complex, just hours after she used his cell phone to text her mother, Alicia Langford, to say goodnight. Her disappearance sparked a massive search that included properties in Davenport and Clinton. Human remains were found March the 22nd. This says March 22nd by fishermen. March. So she came up missing July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. That's in the next year. So that's got to be in 2021. And it says human remains found March the 22nd by fishermen near DeWatt were confirmed to be Terrell on March the 31st. Let me see. This is sad, you guys. This was sad. Alicia Langford prayed every day since her daughter went missing in July that her daughter would come back alive. It was almost 9 months. Langford said, filling with sleepless nights and fear about what happened to 10-year-old Breezy. But the 29-year-old from Davenport also maintained hope that she'll once again see her daughter dance and sing to her favorite songs from Disney, Moana, and Flash. Her smile, she said, could light up the world. Terrell was reported missing July the 10th after spending the night with her half-brother at the apartment of his father, Henry Dinkins, in Davenport. Human remains discovered last week by fishermen in a wooded area north of DeWatt were confirmed to be Terrell on Wednesday in a news release from the Davenport police. Yeah, I think we did say something about this baby. Words cannot describe the heartache and the emptiness that we feel. Our love for Breezy has gotten us through the past 9 months and will continue to see us through as we fight for justice. Henry Dinkins is 48, is in custody on sex offender registration violations unrelated to Terrell's disappearance and death. He has been named a person of interest in the case, but has not been identified as a suspect. Davenport police chief said the investigation into Terrell's death is ongoing. So you got I don't know why this lady sent her daughter. I guess she just trusted him. If her son go, why couldn't her daughter go? So that's what we're talking about. I mean, I had a chance one time. My daughter and my son got two different dads. But when I send my daughter to her dad, I send my daughter. I don't send my son. When I send my son, I didn't send my daughter to his dad, right? But as during school, I keep my kids together. But when it comes to their dad, they have to. If that's your dad, then you can go with your dad. If that's not your dad, you can't go. Because I'm not going to have somebody. My fear was, first of all, I have a daughter. And I know some people think that what's the difference, a daughter and a son? Nowadays, you got to protect both because people don't care if it's a daughter or son. They'll do whatever they want to get that gratification. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So that's how a lot of men end up changing wanting to change their preference of who they are, their identification, or their gender and stuff because something has happened. A lot of times women too. They don't want to say something has happened, but it has happened. And they can't almost get it out their mind. They feel weak, violated, and so they think that they got some gratification out of being violated. And it doesn't matter who the predator is. A lot of victims will tell you that they got some kind of gratification out of it. I mean, like they probably even had an orgasm or that was the best sex they ever had or whatever. I'm just telling you guys the truth. So that's how they get introduced to stuff like that. So one thing that we have learned, even though that we're grown and our kids are grown, most of our kids are grown and some of them are still teenager age, and we got grandkids. My grandkids 15. I'm glad I don't have no girls. I'm glad I don't have no girls because girls be like, Grandma, could I just go spend the night over Juju's house? And when I was a young parent, I would ask questions like, who's over there? Is there any boys? Or is there a man there? Is the father there? Is the mama married? Or what's going on? And I would get to know the parents or whatever, and I would let my daughter go. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I wish I never had. I think things happen that you got no control over, and they see things that you don't let them supposed to see. You know what I'm saying, you guys? That's how things happen. That's how things get introduced to your kids. You know what I'm saying? It's not enough that they go to school and hear stuff, you know? But then after hours, when they're spending the night here and spending the night there, they get to see things and they thinking this is how other people live and it's okay or whatever. So they get introduced to other stuff. And now thinking about it, when I was a youngster, my mother wouldn't let me spend the night at nobody's house. Matter of fact, she would say, don't even ask. She would say, don't even ask. Yep, I was in there and that's what was happening. But let's go over some of this because I want you guys to know one thing. The little girl, she spent countless days and nights unable to sleep or eat, her mind consumed with finding Terrell Rumors and online bullying made a bad situation even worse. She said she took down her social media account. Terrell was a truth teller who always spoke her mind, her mom said. Their last exchange on July the 9th was a quick phone conversation that ended with good night and I love you. To push through her saddest days, Langford would write notes and letters to her daughter in a purple notebook. Terrell's favorite color reminded the girl of how smart and strong and beautiful she is. Days before December the 4th, which would have been Terrell's 11th birthday, her family gathered in Davenport. They struggled to say happy birthday without her there, but celebrated the girl they called impactful, independent, and unique. And her loving nature and humor were undeniable. Langford said, that's the mother. She was a big sister and her mother's best friend. They voiced her love for Terrell and vowed to never give up searching for her. On Wednesday, after police confirmed her greatest fear, the mother said they'll keep searching, but now it will be for answers to what happened on the night she was last seen. Well, that boy, her son, DL, was in the courtroom today. He wasn't closed circuit. He wasn't on Zoom or anything. He sat there in front of his dad, his biological dad, and said, I seen him shoot my sister. Then the defense was like, what color was the gun? What kind of gun was it? He was like, I don't know. He was like, you don't know what kind of gun you was in? He was like, I don't know. He was like, I don't know. They were making fun of him in the chat room because he said, I don't know. ION, no. Let me put it in the chat so y'all know what they said. So they were making fun of the baby boy that is going to put this monster away. I cannot stand for people that when somebody, is trying to help the situation, people, making fun of this kid. He said what he said, and like he said, he don't like to talk. He didn't want to say this. He didn't want to talk about it. So they're making fun of him and they're making fun of the mom. So you guys, it's really sad when you see these cases go and these kids are the witnesses. These kids are going to need help. The Davenport police say they followed up on every lead or tip that came their way about Terrell disappearance and possible whereabouts and encouraged people to come forward with information they may have about her. An Amber Alert was issued soon after she was reported missing, and hundreds of law officers and members of the Quad City Missing Person Network and other volunteers looked for her. Searching were conducted around Credit Island, a small island on the Mississippi River where some said Dinkins liked to fish and other wooded or swamp-like areas. The search was moved to Clinton County on July 16 after police said in a news release they obtained new information but did not specify what that information was. The area where Terrell's body was found, March the 22nd, is in Clinton County. The police organized a search of the area within Clinton County, ended on July the 20th. In a news release, Davenport police said they intended to focus resources on leads that had developed. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children had also assisted Davenport's police in the search for Breezy and emphasized the importance of keeping her name and picture shown in the media and to not give up hope. We want to thank the community, the law enforcement, friends, and family that have put countless hours in help bring Bree home. Man, this was sad. I'm going to tell you something, I don't know. He currently faces 3 counts of sex offender registration violation after he allegedly failed to report his residence where Terrell went missing, and 2 of his violations to authorities, which is required for registered sex offenders in Iowa. Dinkins has pleaded not guilty to all 3 sex offender registration violations. Trial is set for those charges on May. The state plans on seeking habituatory offender enhanced sentence for Dinkins based on these new charges and past felony convictions, according to court documents. If convicted as he's an habitual offender, Dinkins would have to remain in confinement for at least 3 years. I just want to go over one thing, and let me see if I can find it for you guys real quick. I want to find this because okay, right here. The son of the suspect in the 2020 disappearance of a 10-year-old girl took the stand and said he think his father took Breezy Terrell. DL was hit with 51-year-old suspect Henry. We'll just call him Henry. DL's half-sister Breezy and Dinkins' girlfriend Andrea, the night Breezy disappeared in July of 2020. According to officials and DL, he said he woke up to discover Dinky and Breezy were gone. SP News Nuggets. DL said, I don't know what did I tell you. He was trying to make him uncredible. He said, I'll talk about what I saw. That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Right here, the son, DL, said he woke up to discover Dinky and Breezy was gone. In the testimony today, DL said he saw his father shoot Breezy. Breezy, whatever. Breezy. He seen, they call her nickname, they call her Breezy. So that's why I was calling her that. But thank you, Soldier Girl. So, I'm just not understanding. Come on, you guys. Come on. Have you been following this case, Soldier Girl? What's the question on my mind is why did this punk do this to the little girl? Exactly. Henry did the 2 elements required for DP injection. R&M. I don't know what you mean. Rape and murder? What do you mean? Henry did the 2 elements required for DP injection. I thought so. Breezy, yes. I just saw her update this past weekend, yes. What are you talking about the 2 elements required for DP? Where he takes the shot or something? Yeah, a fisherman found her body. Yeah. This is what I'm not understanding. Come on, you guys, talk to me. Tell me what you're thinking. Quit being scared. You guys are scared. Scared, scared, scared. Both elements of the crime are required for the death penalty. Okay. Okay, I get that. Henry did the two elements required for the death penalty. Oh, that's why you said the DP injection. Oh, for rape and murder. Oh, now I understand what you're saying. She said, laughing out loud, not scared, but no to listen if I don't know what I'm talking about. I know. My voice changed and my head is throbbing. And so people get offended and then they be like, why are you yelling? Or such. But I actually been sick for a while. I just, so like, I'm not mad. I know it sounds like I'm yelling or something. I'm not. I'm just trying to get it out with one nostril that's not plugged in. You know. Yeah, Dinkin face. See, think about this real quick. Right here, he said he woke up to discover Dinkin, Henry, and Breezy or Breezasia were gone. But in court today, he says that he saw his dad shooter. You're welcome. It's no big deal. I think she needed to have coverage for the last week. Like, we should have been on this even last Friday, to be honest with you. Instead of the foolery that was going on. But I was showing something to you guys. This is what I was showing you. If we talk about foolery and all this other stuff, we get 100 people in here. All the drama and stuff. We get 100 people in here. We talk about facts that a child has been killed, and we want somebody to, they ain't coming in here. They're about that foolery. You know what I'm saying? I was showing somebody that. And they called me, they was like, you sure was right. You said if you wanted to get them in, that's like what you do. I said, yeah. And people be like, oh, I'm not all for the foolery, but yeah, you are. Yeah, you are, you know. I mean, it's the ones that come in here to talk about and discuss this stuff with the kids. I see you guys all the time. But the new ones that had came in, you guys understand what I'm saying. It was about foolery. And, you know, I really did not want to go down that little rabbit hole. Because to be honest with you, I've said this once and I'll say it again. Cody got nobody down there in the Virginia area defending him. Nobody. His parents is not defending him. The family's not defending him. The community is all about money. You can't trust nobody. And even if you could, you can only trust them for a minute. They see some green, you out. They're kicking you out and all this other stuff. And I seen too much. Try to keep people on the right track, and it just don't happen, you know. Because you got to think about it. They ain't seen money like that. So I guess, you know, $1,200 is a lot of money to some people, I guess. I mean, it ain't just a drop in a bucket. Thank you, Nancy. She says, I will look up the Bible verse that talks about that. We'll hopefully tell you Wednesday. What Bible verse? Tina Powers, the Bible talks about men who look to get into a house with women just to do whatever. Really? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see this real quick. The Bible that talks about men get into a woman's house to do whatever. Verse. 1 Corinthians 11:11-12. 1 Corinthians 11:11-12. As women came from man, so also men came from women. But everything comes from God. The good news, men and women rely on each other. God made them equal partners in life, and they should respect each other also. What does God say? The wise woman builds her house, but the foolish pulls it down with her hands, not just by doing nothing when she should be working, but by tearing things apart with her own hands, feet, and tongue. Not that one. Which one is she talking about? What is the responsibility of a husband? Because he's not her husband. Which one is it? Tell me. Which one they talking about, Freddie? Because that's just talking about encouragement and empowerment. Which one? Because I'm gonna tell you something. Let me see. Oh, here we go. 2 Timothy. I got it. 2 Timothy 3:6. It says, they are the kind who worm their way into homes and gain control over gullible women who are loaded down with sins and are swayed by all kinds of evil desires. That's from the New International Version. But 2 Timothy 3:6, they are the kind who work their way into people's homes and win the confidence of vulnerable women who are burdened with the guilt of sin and controlled by various desires. That's the New Living Translation. And it's 2 Timothy 3:6. Let me get mine out, though, real quick. I mean, just real quick, you guys, because I read from my own. Okay? I got to read from my own because things is a little different. Okay? Just real quick for you. It may not be that quick because, shoot, I'm human. I'm human. I'll find it. I knew it was. Back here in the back. It's a little bit. Philippians, 2 Timothy. She said, that's it. Yeah, I can find things really quick. 2 Timothy 3:6. I can find it real quick because I just had to get my Bible out. I ain't had it out in a minute. So this is all good. 2 Timothy 3:6. It says, for of this sort, let me read the beginning of this. But know this, that in the last days of perilous times will come. For men will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boastful, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, and unthankful and unholy, unloving, unforgiving, slanderous, without self-control, brutal, and despisers of good, traitors, headstrong, haughty, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having a form of godliness but denying his power, and from such people turn away. For of this sort are those who creep into households and make captive of gullible women, loaded down with sins, led away by various lusts, always learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. Now, as Janus and Jambres resisted Moses, so do these also resist the truth. Men of corrupt minds disapprove concerning the faith, but they will progress no further, for their folly will be manifested to all, as theirs also was. So, ungodly thoughts and motives, disapproved by God and the church, progress no further when their folly becomes as evident as the failure of Pharaoh's or the Pharaoh's magicians. Ultimately, God's judgment will be revealed and truth will prevail. Okay, let's say amen. That's it. But when you're talking about the thing about Second Timothy, you also got to read, the reason why the book of Second Timothy do exist. See, some people don't know that. They just read a scripture and be like, "There's a scripture." See, 2, 3, 4, and the second chapter. I'm trying to see. Paul anticipated a time of growing apostasy and wickedness when men and women will be increasingly susceptible to empty religious and false teachings. Ignorance and godliness will breed further deception and prosecution, but Timothy must not waver in using the scripture to combat doctrine, error, and moral evil. The scriptures are inspired, God breathed, and with them Timothy is equipped to carry out the ministry to which he was called. Paul's final exhortation to Timothy. Wow, that tells it all, don't it? Hey, Marsha, how you doing? So, oh, man, I tell you what, it'll be all the answers is in this book. You guys know that. The answer in there, but the mom to this girl, let me put this book up. She's in that courtroom and she's trying to, she's mad at this man. And I know she's got to live with herself that her child is gone. Hey, sugar mama, how you doing? But I mean, The more that you tell women, I mean, it's hard. It's hard today to tell a woman, don't do that. Don't send your daughter with this man. You know? I mean, she said, I rebuke C-19. Yes. Do you think I should take a test right now? I've got like 15 of them. So if you guys want me to go take a test right now before I go to work, I would do it because, but I gotta go to work. You know what my job tells me now? You can be positive with C-19 and they still make you go to work. Yeah. Because actually what happened was while you was really already affected, the effective part was way before you got the symptoms. So yeah, my job told me that. So by the time you got the symptoms of the sneezing and the coughing and the crouping and your chest and your fever and all this other stuff, it's not even infectious then by that time. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, everybody. But anyway, I want to know by you guys putting a 1 or a 2 in the chat. Okay. Yeah, they don't feel like you contagious anymore, but you are. Because if you got that mucus coming out, your body is rejecting whatever's in there. You know what I'm saying? So you are contagious, but they say you're not. And it's all about money. You guys understand that. They lose some money. They don't want to lose no money. So come on in and make everybody sick. And then everybody gets sick and people dying, and they be like, what's going on? We got 3 people that died on 1 unit. And we don't even know why they died. Guys, guess what? They're getting that money though. So I want to know, you guys, come on, because it's almost time for us to get off. We already been on here for a whole hour. I came on a little early because I knew the mama was still in court and she's giving her testimony. And I didn't want to hear it because I don't want to judge the woman. Because I don't understand when you have a daughter. Now, I know sons too, you guys. But a daughter, why would you but take a day off? Soldier girl, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. But you know that. You know it don't work like that. I wish it did. I have to be in a hospital somewhere for me to take a day off. Right now, we don't have no DON. Okay? And then on top of that, guess what? They fired the receptionist too. And I'm pretty sure when I go to work, she said, you got to call in sick. No, I can't. I already told you, I can't do that. She said, FaceTime. I can't. I told you what the rules is with COVID. Yes. Yes, I told you what the rules is. That by the time, if you got the symptoms now, by the time you got the symptoms, the contagious part is already over with. Yeah. 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 Yeah, I was getting sick. I was sick. So today's the 14th, and I think it was the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. I wasn't showing too many symptoms, but I was agitated really easy. I was having a little fever. Like my chest was It wasn't as bad as it was the first time. I can tell you that. But I don't believe I have COVID. I believe I have a common cold, you know? Because trust me, that C-19 is a horrible, horrible thing. Anyway, you guys, I would like to know if you guys are going to follow this case or not, because today is Monday. I would like to talk about this come Wednesday. You guys go over and just say one thing and then we can get off of here. Yes, the case is happening now. Breezy Terrell. Matter of fact, if you guys will follow this, we will talk about it Wednesday. I don't want to talk about the drama stuff that's happening down there in Virginia. I just don't. I mean, it is what it is. You know, I don't know what happened down there, but I do know that like I said, you know, we're not going to just keep talking about somebody stole the church money. Because, you know, I don't know why you gave it to her in the first place. She says, yes, I already following. Okay. Yes, ma'am, I will follow for sure. I want my baby girl justice. Exactly. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? I wondered, and somebody can tell me this if you already know, because why would you take this girl and shoot her? Why? Did you have some essay with her? Or whatever, I don't know. You know, like, is that something that they were saying? Because nobody's talking about that yet. I don't know. I want somebody to tell me, is that they haven't talked about that? Like, they did a autopsy on the girl, but they ain't came out with the autopsy of what happened. All they said is she was shot. Like, why would you take a girl out and just shoot her? You know? So did he do something to the girl and then shot the girl because she was like, I'm going to tell my mama. So he shot the girl. Soldier girl said, yes, I saw in the report I read, SP. He essayed her. I can try to find the link and send it to you. Oh, no. So, but okay. So now hold on. So he essayed the girl and then shot her in front of his son, but didn't know his son was watching. Didn't know his son seen it. His son played like he was asleep. I guess he said, oh, he didn't see me because I was in the front of the car and I put my seat back. He didn't see me, but I saw him shoot her. He said he saw her. He said that he seen his dad shoot his sister. Okay, do you guys think that the son, DL, is telling the truth? Or is he just wanting his daddy to go to jail because he know his daddy, you know? Or do you think he's just going along with what other people done said? Trying to stir up some stuff. He was like, I don't know. Damn. I was like, whoa. This kid at 11, he was like, he done. I'm tired. Leave me alone. I don't know. He was like, you're making me mad. He's 11 years old. Did you listen to AllishaWatts? Did you listen to the son testimony today? Woke the God. What we're talking about is Breezy Terrell came up missing July the 10th, 2020. They found the girl in March 2021. The mama let her. Oh, you was watching. Okay, cool. I think he is truly upset, so disturbed. Okay. So the son was in court. This is going to be a 3 weeks trial. So the mother got 3 kids. She already had 2 kids, and then she had a kid by this man named Henry. I don't know if you know, but the kid was like 8 years old. She got in touch with him. She seen him somewhere in the parking lot or something. They exchanged number. He said he would like to pick up the kids, spend some time with the kids. Somehow, he didn't only pick up that kid, he picked up the other kid of hers, which is not his, the little girl, to spend the night. And then the girl came up missing. And he's a sex offender. He's a registered sex offender, but he wasn't registering every place that he lived. The little girl name is what's her name again? Breasia Terrell. And they call her Breezy or Breezy. And the trial is going on right now. The mother is in the courtroom. She's testifying. And the son said, yeah, Breasia. Thank you. Breasia. They call her Breezy. And his son testified against the father today. And we are watching this, and I know they do have it on Court TV. Some of you guys put it on their Court TV, but the reason why I don't like Court TV is like it's not live. So I go to Law and Crime, and I watch it from there. It's called Law and Crime, and it's the Henry Dinkins court case. Iowa against IA versus Dinkins, Henry Dinkins. And that's where you can find it at. They're gonna be in court for the next 3 weeks. Thank you. And yeah, I'm gonna probably get me some more and lay it down, some more juice. I got it. Listen, got it in my hand. But and eat me a whole bunch of cough drops. But trust and believe, I feel much better today. But anyway, this court case is going to be for the next 3 weeks. Henry was going to, that is the defendant, he was going to represent himself. He decided he's not going to represent himself because he can't. And so he's got attorneys, and he's sitting there making all kind of, facial expressions, and he's like, what the hell, he looks like a pedophile. I'm just being honest with you. I wouldn't have trusted him with my dog. I don't know. These girls, and here's the thing. She got pregnant by him when she was 18, and he was 37. Or somewhere around there. He was 30-something. She said there's a 19 difference in age. I don't know. She was 18. He had to have been 37, but he told her he was like 20-something. But he's 41 now, so that doesn't even sound right. Like, that's only about 4 years, but the child that she said that's his is 8. So none of this is making any sense, because if he's 8, then hold on. If your child is 8, and you said you got pregnant with him when your son was when you were 18, that makes her 18, 19. So he's 10. He's 11 now. So 11, 18 and 11. That's only about 29. Hold on. Yes, he do. I think he was messing around with the mama when she was young. So she knew that this man likes young women. And I'm going to tell you something about, the math doesn't add up. Exactly. The math ain't mathing. Exactly. Come on now. Yeah. It's not. It's not. You know what I'm saying? So I think she was not. It's what somebody said in the chat that these men, and I'm not just saying men, women do it too, but I mean, majority of the time you will see men. And I mean, I really watch what goes on in my house when a man comes in. It doesn't matter, like you got to pay attention to them girls, and you got to pay attention. It ain't always the girl's fault that she's blossoming and things, but these men are looking at that. That's why I tell you guys all the time. I said this a couple of years ago. It's probably when all this was happening. I said this in the chat room, and the older women was like, SP, I don't see nothing wrong with it, and da 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 da. I was like, you girls, quit letting your daughters wear those leggings that's up in their crotch, and they talking about their taco and their V and the fish and all this. Quit letting your girls wear that stuff around these men, because see, back in the day when I was growing up, the only people that was wearing leggings like that, little tights, was little kids, and they was already attracted to these little babies. So why would you let your 12-year-old, 10-year-old wear these things, and the butt is out, and it ain't nothing to the imagination? Now, if you're a grown woman, I can understand it, but you know what I'm saying? Like, these things, like, don't do that. Like, yeah, the world is doing it. Oh, yeah, I know. So the people was like, SP, I wear it. There ain't nothing wrong with it. I said, yeah. But guess how many girls is coming up missing now? I mean, it's off the scale. You know what I'm saying? And I've been waiting to hear what the mama say what she was wearing. The mama said she couldn't tell you what she was wearing. And a lot of people was bullying the mama on social media. So she shut down her social page. Yeah. I'm going to tell you something that came from a man, okay? And this was my son. He's got a girlfriend, which, I mean, she's all over the world. But anyway, she'd be wanting to wear leggings. He'd be like, no, heck no. That's a man telling his woman, don't do that. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're putting all your stuff out there, like, you already attractive. You ain't got to do all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's for me, not for everybody else. And she was like, ain't nothing wrong with it. It's why, because you can't tell me what to wear. I'm a grown woman. And then the older people say, hey, it's clothing. You shouldn't be, ain't nothing. You can wear what you want to wear. Then all this stuff is happening. And we done got comfortable letting our kids wearing this stuff. Your mama wouldn't have let you wear this stuff out there. Anybody in here, if I'm lying, I'm dying. Okay, come on now. Leggings, tell me if anybody's mama in the building would have let you just wear some leggings and a cut-off shirt and walk out of her house. Put a 1 in the chat if your mama would let you do that, and put a 2 in the chat if your mama would say, you gotta go in there and change your clothes. You ain't going nowhere, girl. My mama wouldn't have let me do it. I would have had to sneak to do it. But these kids, they do it right in front of the mama. It's like, shoot, they just flapping. Oh, they just flapping around. It's crazy. My mama wouldn't have let me do that. I said, 1, if your mama let you. 2, if your mama would tell you to go change your clothes. Nancy said her mama gonna let her do it. Poor Nancy. Po Nancy, Po Nancy, Po Nancy. Sasha Watts said I had turtlenecks up to my ears, no skin. She said, no, I'm sorry. I said, one, if your mama let you wear it. Two, if your mama would not let you wear it. So, and Freddie said her mama let her wear hers. Boy, boy, boy. Okay. So why would you tell your daughters it's okay? Oh, that looks cute on you. That looks cute. Go ahead and wear it, girl. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Got it wrong. Mama old school. No. Y'all gotta listen. You gotta listen. If there was $1 million, y'all would pick the wrong. I said $1 million in door number 2, and no money in door number 1. Everybody be like, I picked door number 1. You gotta listen. I said, one, if your mama would let you wear this stuff. 2, if your mama would tell you to go change your clothes. 1, if she let you. 2, if she tell you to go change your clothes. Now, if that's the case, if you pick 2, why are we letting our grandkids wear this stuff in front of us? Because it's cute. Oh, I'll be hearing grandparents be like, oh, she got a body on her. She got a butt on her. And she got them thighs. And I'll be like, girl, some of it you can't hide it. But there's a reason why these foreigners in these other countries, they cover their women up like they do. You know why? Because it has become so widely known that when the man sees a woman in her shape and things, I'm just being honest with you, they don't want someone to see their wife or their daughters and stuff. So they put them in, they wear those things. They wear those big old, pieces of clothing, wraps around like a sheet or whatever. So the only thing you see is their face. You don't see their hair. You don't see their arm. You don't see no skin. Only skin you're going to see is the face. And we be sitting back going, oh, I can't wear that. And yeah, I'm going to tell you something. Now, I can't change what is because, society and social media and the TV got you guys thinking that this is the way it is. And I mean, hey, everybody follows suit. But I guarantee you got to watch your kids and you got to watch your grandkids. You can't let them just do whatever they want to do because, Gigi down the street is doing it. And that little girl is a pretty girl. That monster took her out. And the mother, yeah, she should have known better to let her go with this monster. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you this, and I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes kids may not understand why a mother got to do what she got to do. But there's a feeling that comes over you, especially when you have a little girl. Some people do not need to be in your child's life. Whether they're the father, the grandmother, the uncle, the cousin, or whatever. And I'll tell you this, my kids can get mad at me and say, I never was in my daddy's life, or I never was in you. And I'll just be like, and you know what? And you wasn't, because I know better. And I know better. Sometimes you know. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this is SP. What's on your mind?
Good afternoon.
I'm doing good.
I was watching this monster on Court TV, and the mama knew he was a sexual predator. Why did you let this little go with him? And that little boy, he sat there and he said everything as bright as daylight, as if it just happened this morning. And he played possum, laid there as if he was asleep. Okay, what is wrong with these female sports unquoted? You'll know what these men doing, okay? If he do it to somebody else's child, what makes you think he wouldn't do it to you?
Right.
What makes him think he wouldn't do it to you? And he's standing there with these two ponytails. Please, he going down. He need to be cooked.
He is. I'm so happy that he didn't ask for a juror and he asked for the judge to make the decision, because the judge is going to find him guilty. He gonna spend the rest of his life in prison. You know what they said? They said they're gonna call him Dunkin' Donut.
Fresh beef coming, okay?
Mhm.
Fresh beef coming. Honest, drop the soap.
Don't drop the soap.
No, he needs to drop the dog on soap.
Yeah.
He will be singing hallelujah when he drops the soap.
Well, he's a big man. He's gonna be able to defend himself for a while, but they're gonna not like him.
Let me tell you, they have all kinds of shanks back there, okay?
Mm-hmm.
They have it prepared for him. They have a rude awakening.
Yes.
A rude awakening. Took advantage of this little girl. And the mother, they should hold her accountable too. They need to.
Yeah. But what made this mom let her daughter go with him?
Well, he wouldn't do it. She was in her right senses. Definitely she was not.
She was busy. You know, they were saying something like she was busy with her own life.
Okay.
And you know how you get rid of the kids, finally get some time to yourself or whatever. And he's like, I'll take them both or whatever. And she can go.
Wanted some playtime.
Yeah. And
she wanted some playtime.
You think he was mad at the mom because she was in a relationship? She wasn't dating men anymore.
Yes. And you know the part about it is there's always sticking on these innocent, pretty little kids.
Yeah.
Always. Child don't have anything to do with it. You want to go your way, go your way. Go in the street corners, you get them.
Mm-hmm.
They walk in there 24/7.
He's going down.
Yeah, big time. Pretty little girl. And did you see when they first came on, how he looked at his, I guess, public defender attorney, who the hell it was, like hit on his stomach, like, I don't want you to be there.
Right. But tell me this. How is it that son of his say he's seen him shoot his sister and not tell nobody where she was at? You think he was scared?
I wouldn't say scared. He just had every one of them up in line to be like, who's the next one now? Who's the next one? But I just feel sorry for this person. And these women not learning day by day. You know this heifer is a sexual predator. He shouldn't be nowhere around you, nowhere around your kid. You don't want the child, put the child on the police step, on the church or somewhere for somebody to pick it up. Yeah, he going down. He going down, big time.
Yeah.
That he is. When I'm in the store, everybody looking at me like I'm crazy. No, I am talking and minding my business.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I just calling, to put in my 2 cents, and hey, everybody have a blessed day.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Wow, you guys. Hey, this is SP. Hello.
Hey, SP, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Okay. Hey, everybody. I hope everybody's doing fine. But when it comes to what my mama would do, she would have whooped me. I just had the wrong number. She would have whooped me, beat me, or knocked his foot in the Bible. He's hanging out. Oh, and they got this belly ring and got this stuck out in the start. And the crop top looks like a bra. And they think it's okay. I'm like, what y'all going like this? Even my daughter has to make some change because her fiance is here. She don't want them wearing no clothes around him or anyone else.
Right.
That was why I called. And you all have a blessed day.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. She called and she let it be known what was going on. She let it be known. So, anywho, you guys, we have to be very careful with our boys and girls, a sick world. Yes, I'll be praying for you also, so, yeah, I'm looking at something. Anywho, you guys, I am going to get off of here. And, yeah. Wait, let's see here. And I'm going to go back and see if they still talking about, hey, Way, how you doing? I'm going back to Law and Crime at the refinish. Okay, I'm finna head on over there anyway. I'm going over there and I'll be in there listening, you guys. They're going to be having this court case going on for 3 weeks, and this is going to be our full topic. And you got to follow this story because none of this makes any sense. None of this makes any sense. I was so proud of that young man and that man saying, I seen him kill my sister or shoot her. And that just was like, my eyes was like, what? Why you didn't say that before? Or maybe they told you not to say nothing or keep it to yourself or whatever. Probably because he would kill the baby or whatever, his own son. Because he's sitting there acting like, I don't know. All right, you guys. I'm finna head on over there and justice for Breezy Terrell. And I think she's going to get justice when this man is put down for life. I just believe it. Anyway, you guys be good, be safe. When we find out more information, I did want to talk about another case that is starting to pick up. And it's a case that we've been following for a while. We'll talk a little bit about it come Wednesday, but we will be talking about this case. I'll see you guys later. Bye.